You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. And you are tuned into The Mountain Gardeners, plural, because we bring Lisa Waters-Lain in. She's a garden extraordinaire. She just knows a lot, because she helps me run Waters Garden Center and our family business here in Prescott, Arizona. And she just answers questions all day. That's what we do. Look at phones, answer questions. Is it a concern? Is it dead? It doesn't have leaves in July. I'm going, yeah, it's dead. It's not coming back. Over and over and over. Bird gardening, drought hardy, it washed away. How do I hide my neighbor from? All those kinds of questions. And so she comes in each week with this segment, help me with answer those garden questions. What is everyone else talking about out in the community? So welcome to the studio, Lisa.
Thank you.
Lisa with a traditional way, Lisa. There's so many ways to spell names anymore.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
Oh, Lisa,
Ken's pretty simple.
Ken's pretty simple. It's just so old-fashioned. No one ever spells it any other way. They haven't named anything, Kenneth, for like 50 years. So,
true. You got to be about 60 to be named Ken.
I thought with the new Ken and Barbie movie out that there'd be more folks. I was hoping for more, Ken or Kenneths or Kenny, whatever. But nope, nothing. I tell the kids, I say, hey, a great name for a daughter is Kendra. A great name for a grandson is Kenneth, but they go, oh, good, Dad. That's good. So
we have a Kenzie.
We have a Kenzie. Yeah, we named our kids Mackenzie. Yeah, that's right. Instead, we have Olivia's and Emma's and Nico's and everything else.
Emily's, Olivia's.
Not complaining.
Emma's. True.
But hint.
I think that ship has sailed.
It's just Kenneth is an old-fashioned, and I know it. I'm okay. I'm an old-fashioned guy. That's fine. Okay, enough about my whining about my name and how to spell Lisa in so many ways. What kind of garden questions?
You bet. So Mark has a question. He's in Prescott. He has a very large, kind of one of those Siberian elms that's in his yard. With several shrubs underneath it. But the shrubs underneath it now have like shiny, sticky stuff all over them.
Yeah.
Wants to know, is that coming from the elm? And the elm is huge.
Yeah.
How would you treat it if it was?
Super easy. So Mark, yes, you've got a problem. That's an issue. You caught it. I love gardeners. They're out there in the yard and they go, that's not normal. What should I do? I don't know. This is called gardening. This is how you just being aware that what's going on, there's a change. And so you've got aphid honeydew is what they call it, honeydew, which translates to aphid poo coming from the top of the tree. And as the aphids suck the life out of your elm, they spew out the honeydew and it spills on top of your shrubs underneath. And you see this shiny residue. It almost looks like it's been rained on. Or it's kind of pretty, actually. If you park your car underneath this elm, you'd have spotting all over your car. It's very irritating. So not good. It's not healthy for the tree. It's not good for your shrubs. It's not good. Bugs and bad both start with B. You should get rid of them. Now, what do you do? Okay, so the easiest one is to spray them. So take a hose and sprayer, put it on your hose end, your hose. You get enough power, about 30, 40 pounds per square inch. Shines it up about, 20, 25, 30 feet, something like that. But elm trees can get bigger than that. So you've got to decide, Mark, can I put a bug killer in a hose and just spray it up there? I would say do that no matter what. We've got some organics. We've got a spinosad soap, a neem oil product called Triple Action. Anything will kill an aphid. Whatever you do, don't search the Google machine. It's going to tell you wrong. AI will say, oh, just hose them off. You can hose them off, but they'll crawl right back up that afternoon and you haven't done anything. If you're going to take the time to spray aphids, put something organic in there to kill them. You don't want to just spray them off. You want them to fall over dead, drop to the ground and quiver and not come back. That's what you want. you might not be able to reach that far up into the trees. And some of them can get 50, 60 feet. You just can't spray that big without commercial size, pumps. Now, what do you do? So we do have a systemic drench. So it's a liquid. You mix it up in your watering can or a 5-gallon bucket, and then you pour it at the recommended rate, obviously. And then you pour it right at the base of the tree, and the plant will actually absorb this and go up through the structure of the tree, and it taints the sap. It travels, it takes a little time, travels about a foot a day. So it might take a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks to get up to the whole structure of the plant. But for the long-term health, that's how you solve that problem. So we have giant ponderosa pines. They're huge. They're mature. You can't put your arms around them. They're gigantic. And they get aphids in them, just like your elm tree. And unfortunately, I park underneath one of them, and I don't want spots underneath my brand new pickup truck. So it's rude. And so I just know it's going to happen. So I treat this pine tree every spring with this soil drench, just because I know it's going to happen. So I do it as a preventative. You're going to do it as a reactive thing. So it'll take a little time to make it happen. But what you might want to do is next spring, mark my words, you want to probably do this every spring. Just drench it so that you don't get aphids as a preventative. For now, just spray it with, I would say, triple action, because it's safer for the birds, it's safer for your pets, it's safer for you to spray. It's an organic. You can spray up to the day of harvest. No matter what's underneath there, you're good. And then I kill as many as you can, but the long-term solution, tree and shrub drench. Come talk to us with more, Mark. We can walk you through the process. Pretty easy to do. I would not wait, because aphids only get worse with the monsoon rains, because they feed off that shade, the moisture. They're just gonna get worse. So anyway,
yes,
cover all that.
I think so.
To it. I went too far. I didn't mean to go 5 minutes on one thing, but it's important because aphids are bad right now.
They are bad right now.
Yeah.
Definitely so. Okay. Next question is from Sandy. She lives in Granville, out in Prescott Valley. She is looking at 2 different trees and wants to know your thoughts. The Autumn Brilliance Serviceberry,
Okay.
or the Ornamental Plum.
Okay.
So her question is, one better than the other for that area, easy to grow, bug disease resistant, and how fast do they grow? Yeah,
so they're both medium-sized trees. So they're not going to be like a elm tree for Mark, or a poplar or sycamore. They're going to be a click lower. They'd be more like a red maple or an aspen. They'd be that size. So they're pretty fast. I mean, they will get some serious size quick, but they don't get up to 80 feet. They only get up to shorter, 30, 35 feet. So they're shorter trees. Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't expect them to be faster. Now, which one is better? Which one do you like more? So it comes down to that. So I would say the benefit. So probably the what was it? Serviceberry, or the flowering pear. Mm-hmm. Serviceberry, flowering plum. So I would say the plum is more popular, just because it's grown commercially. It's just, if you want what's in every other neighborhood's, every other yard, go with the flowering plum. If you want something a little bit different, more native-y, drought hardy, they're both drought hardy. They're both bug proof. But if you want something a little different, serviceberry is going to be your choice. I would say the serviceberry is much more beautiful in the fall of the year. Mm-hmm. It's got this bright color, whereas your plums are just purple. They're just one color. They come out this color, they leave this color. They're both deciduous. They both bloom about the same time. They both lose their leaves about the same time. They're both equally drought hardy. Serviceberry by far has got a notice. Your neighbors will go, "Whoa, what is that? That's kind of cool. That's a neat color. Orange, reds, golds coming through on that plant." Whereas the other one's just purple. It's just going to be purple. One's got pink flowers. One's got white. I don't know. They're both kind of lighter colored. Birds like both. Mm-hmm. They both will take the wind. They'll both take the sun. That's one probably come down. This is what I find when helping customers with trees. As you're walking the tree line, and we've got hundreds of them, it's overwhelming. We'll guide you through, go look at these, and then plants start talking to you. They start connecting. There'll be an emotional response go with that one. So Sandy, pick the one that calls you plant me. I want to go home with you. I love dogs or cats, or I like, just come talk to us. We'll guide you through that. Wow, 10 minutes gone like that. Lisa, Waters Lain in the studio, answer your garden questions with me here on The Mountain Gardener.
Waters Garden companion plants for July are hibiscus, maple, verbena, and crepe myrtle.
Crepe myrtle flowers are intense watermelon pink, solar reds, and LED whites that cover this heat-loving shrub.
Plant where you enjoy its beautiful multicolored bark and sinuous branches up close.
The flowers show against forest green foliage that turns red and orange in autumn.
Growing to just head height, every yard has room for at least one, and only available for summer planting here at Waters Garden Center in Prescott.
For a more fruitful garden, increased success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.